Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, your home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. In today's video, we're going to be profiling Light.AI. As the name implies, this is an artificial intelligence focused company with a very unique or innovative business model. We've got a lot to go through. Before we get into it, take a second, smash the like button, guys. Big help to myself and the channel, specifically in getting this content to other people like you who may find value. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We just crossed 43,000 subscribers. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And finally, let me know in the comments section below if you've heard of Light.AI before or if you're currently holding shares. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be profiling Light.AI Incorporated. Before we get into it, we wanted to thank today's video sponsor, Outside of the Box Capital, for sponsoring today's program on behalf of Light.AI. Now, as you can see here, having a strong day, up 3.2%. This is as of midday, Thursday, July 3rd, currently trading hands at 32 cents Canadian. They trade on the CBOE exchange here in Canada under the ticker ALGO or ALGO, and on the OTCQB in the United States under the ticker OHCHPHF. Now, because this is the first time covering Light.AI on the program, I did want to jump over to the corporate website. We'll walk through some of the key points and then get into the updated investor presentation. The website itself is Light.AI, so I would encourage you guys to go in and take a closer look. And you can see front and center, Light.AI plus Mr. Beast, which is one of the most, if not the most popular YouTube personalities in the entire world, are working together to use groundbreaking artificial intelligence technology to change lives. So that's exactly what I was referring to in the intro when I said a unique and innovative business model. And as you'll see throughout today's presentation, Light.AI is harnessing the power of everyday smartphones to help diagnose, assess, and positively impact patient lives around the world. And we'll refer back to this video throughout today's presentation. Now, in terms of what Light.AI actually does, they're harnessing the power of assistive AI to revolutionize diagnostics, starting with infectious diseases like streptococcal pharyngitis. Now, by equipping healthcare providers with tools to make swift, confident decisions about antibiotic use, they're empowering them to deliver better care, protect vital resources, and rise to the challenges of modern healthcare. And as we'll see throughout the presentation, this is extremely important work as diseases like strep A infect over 600 million people and unfortunately claim more than 500,000 lives each and every year. And this growing antimicrobial resistance threat could add up to $1 trillion worth of healthcare costs due to the fact that there's not easy access to lab testing and precautionary antibiotics are often overused, making the problem worse. So again, Light.AI is here to change that, using this advanced technology, bringing fast, reliable testing to the point-of-care physicians, helping to solve not only today's problems, but protecting for the future of healthcare as well. Now, we're going to get into the investor presentation next up, but this is a great slide showing the history or the journey that's brought Light.AI to where they are today. So this company was founded back in 2015 with a specific focus to combat the growing threat of antimicrobial resistance, which we just talked about, AMR, which is essentially caused by the misuse and overprescription of antibiotics. Over the next few years, from 2016 to 19, the company really laid their foundation, working with leading institutions to create a robust database. In 2020 and 2021, that's when they integrated the smartphone technology or pivoted to smartphones in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. And from there, it's really been onward and upward. So in 2022, they cemented their footprint as an organization, collaborating with multiple international organizations to validate its strep detection technology, achieving a 96.7% detection accuracy. And then in the past 2 years, 2023, 2024, they focused on global readiness, forming partnerships to enhance outreach and delivery, particularly in emerging markets such as Africa and India. So now that we've laid the groundwork, so to speak, we'll jump into the investor presentation. Again, this was updated just in June of this year, so very recently. And you can see applying AI to smartphone images to identify disease in seconds, a patented app-based software solution. So this is really where all that history comes together, allowing Light.AI to shed light on health. So the first slide I wanted to look at talks about leading this digital health paradigm shift, a patented AI platform that Light.AI has developed to detect infectious diseases by analyzing smartphone images in seconds, and you can see a wide list of benefits and potential catalysts for this organization. So the ability to detect strep A, COVID, conjunctivitis, and other medical conditions, developed over a 10-year period with 13 industry research partners, strong patent portfolio, the fact that it's simple to use with a friendly user interface, smartphone software that people are already familiar with, and can diagnose these conditions in around 45 seconds, meaning no swabs or labs required. A huge market opportunity, which we just talked about and we'll look at in more detail later. A go-to-market path already in place with the consumer-oriented wellness app available in the third quarter of this year or this current quarter. An experienced leadership team led by Peter Whitehead, who's the founder and CEO, so a founder-led organization. And in terms of the financial highlights, over $20 million Canadian invested over those last 10 years, with again commercialization slated for Q3 of this year. And as of the 31st of March of 2025, the company held around $11.9 million in cash in terms of Canadian Treasury. Now, to build on that market opportunity, we already talked about the fact that nearly 600 million people a year are infected by strep A, and unfortunately takes the same number of lives on average each year as malaria. This is causing an estimated $1 trillion worth of economic damages due to these infectious diseases and misdiagnosis, underpinned by that global issue being the inappropriate use of antibiotics. So as a result, hospitals are drowning, antibiotic success rates are falling, and millions lack access to basic health screening assessments. Now, by leveraging smartphones and artificial intelligence, Light.AI is really taking advantage of these two technology trends to help reshape this paradigm or healthcare situation, using their patented platform that allows AI to recognize throat images captured on your smartphone, essentially taking an image for assessment. No extra hardware needed, no lab visits, 97% accuracy as we just saw on the corporate website, and 100% negative prediction value, with plans to expand to COVID-19, conjunctivitis, and other medical conditions, turning your phone essentially into a one-stop health hub. And this is a more visual demonstration of how this would actually work. So the patient would meet with a healthcare provider over a telemedicine session, which is actually becoming very common these days. A scan session would be initiated where the patient is prompted to scan their throat using Light.AI technology, which would automatically identify biomarkers to analyze. They would then complete scan analysis, with Light.AI immediately analyzing the scan data and returning results within seconds, and then an on-demand diagnosis or decision that is immediately accessible in real time, inexpensive, non-invasive, pain-free, and accurate for the patient. So as you can see, addressing a number of pain points, so to speak, in the industry, including a need for urgency, accurate results, avoiding patient inconvenience, looking at opportunities beyond strep A, and eliminating the need for costly infrastructure, including tests like throat swabs, lab space, or various different medical expenses. Now, this slide also caught my eye as it talks about some of the validation studies for the Light.AI model itself. You can see a current accuracy rate nearing 97% and that 100% NPV or negative predictive value. And incredible to see as the amount of data within the database grew, the improvement in the accuracy or overall accuracy percentage. Now, as a result of all this work that Light.AI has done, they've obviously put together a great patent portfolio or intellectual property portfolio. You can see some of the key patents here, including image processing, infection detection, and image data analysis, with a number of key catalysts or anticipated milestones on the horizon in the immediate future. So again, a product release in the wellness app, customer facing in the back half of this quarter. They're beta testing their medical professional app. Initial commercialization of the wellness app for consumers is in Q4 of this year, with full commercialization slated for next year. And that coincides nicely with the regulatory approval pathway, Health Canada being slated for Q4 of 2025, with Africa, India, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand slated for 2026. So with that being said, you guys, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts on Light.AI in the comment section below, specifically if you're already holding shares of this company or have heard of them before. Again, really on the front edge or leading edge of this digital health paradigm shift. We talked about some of their competitive advantages, multiple applications, quickly progressing through the regulatory framework. Again, Health Canada on the docket for Q4 of this year, followed by FDA approval. expanding the scope and solutions that they're targeting from strep A, COVID, conjunctivitis to other medical conditions, and that massive global market opportunity that we talked about really being underserved and undermet at the current moment. So the final thing I wanted to talk about is just some of the recent press releases or news in relation to Light.AI. We mentioned the partnership with Mr. Beast in the intro here. I would encourage you guys to go in and take a watch through this video, as Mr. Beast is obviously making a big impact around the world, and partnering with organizations like Light.AI is a great way to extend that reach. And two other specific press releases of note, one on the 7th of May talking about Light.AI strengthening their intellectual property portfolio. We just talked about how robust that portfolio is. They've now added 2 new European patents, covering a total of 17 European countries, now bringing their total to date being 5 issued US and global patents pertaining to the image processing of strep A infection in pharyngitis. And then finally, their first quarter results, which came out on the 15th of May. And you can again see through the CEO, Peter Whitehead's comments, Light.AI has made strong progress throughout the first quarter of 2025, inclusive of going public with the completion of related equity financings totaling $18.5 million, and strengthening our leadership team with the appointments of Anthony Schaller as President and CTO, and John C. as VP Commercial Development, and George Resnick as CFO. We're committed to commercializing the company's AI-oriented health and wellness software application in Q3 of 2025, as we discussed, to address various medical conditions, including strep A, COVID-19, and conjunctivitis, known as pink eye, to capitalize on our sizable market opportunity, leveraging Light.AI's first mover advantage and our innovative, patented, and disruptive technology. So really a great summary of some of the key points that we talked about in today's video. Now, if you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button, you guys. Feel free to subscribe. That's all for now, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.